So a lot of the emails I get, a lot of the comments, especially from young men, young guys, are saying to me, "Where do I start? Where do I start? I'm not happy with the way I am," which is a great, honest thing to say as a start. I'm not happy with the way I am, but they want to know a starting point. Well, I would say what I wanted to say today was that starting point must be if you haven't got an idea of who you want to be, you will certainly know what habits you've got you want to leave behind and what you don't want to be. So that could be a starting point. I've done a video on this before. So if you don't know who you want to be, have a starting point of who you don't want to be and your current habits and what you want to let go. Maybe that's people pleasing, maybe that's eating junk food, maybe that's drinking too much, taking drugs, addicted to porn. It could be anything. Whatever it is, write them down and know where that starting point is. Because you want to build a character that you can be really proud of, an honourable sense of honour within yourself, and that character is a starting point. And I would also say is forget grasping at a future orientated goal, like say becoming a millionaire or having the right car, the right house, the right wife, girlfriend, whatever it may be, as a future arrival point. When you get there, you will be this courageous man of integrity and a sense of arrival. It will never happen. So instead, forge your character now and work on courage now. Work on the best idea of yourself you possibly can, and your life will unfold from there because there is no arrival point. So work on that. So the first thing I would say is if you're a young guy and you're capable of doing it, look at physicality, look at training, not bodybuilding. That's just, I've personally won the Southern England bodybuilding title when I was a very young man, and it just made me more frightened. I was just more fearful than ever because you become how you look. So from after that episode in my life, for me, it was all about forging a mind, a really powerful, robust mind, and a character to go with it that I could navigate through life with, through adversity, overcome what happened in my childhood, all these different things. I could look at these things in a far more healthy, productive way. So look at martial arts is still the best. The whole beautiful samurai philosophy of Bushido is founded on rigorous, regular martial arts training. So try and choose a martial art that you will get pressure tested, you will feel frightened, you will get pushed to the limit, and it will encourage all your weaknesses and fears to come to the surface, which is what that training does do. Undoubtedly it does, because you want them to come out, you want to work on them, you want to transmute them into something else, you want to translate them into strengths later on. So you want to invite these parts of you out, because if they don't get invited out, they will stay hidden in you and suppressed and come out in the worst possible way later on in life. And I coach men in their 70s that still have these awful components of themselves that they've never dealt with, and now they don't want to because they don't want to make themselves so vulnerable they have to look at the worst aspects of themselves. So martial arts will do that. It will literally serve them up on the table in front of you and say, look, these are your weaknesses. What are you going to do about it? And you get the opportunity to do something about it. And I always call this the art of self-imposed suffering, where you go out there and choose a way in which you're going to invite your weaknesses and fears out in front of you. You invite them out, you want them out, so that you can build a character that's so much more powerful and so much more productive, not just for you, but for the world around you. And that is a very worthy goal. So I've always said, and a lot of people in talks get very upset when I say this, but 6 months of serious judo or Brazilian jiu-jitsu or Thai boxing practice is worth more than a lifetime of personal development courses or even therapy, because it's just talking. There's no action. There has to be an action there. And right away, with the right coach and the right training, the training will bring about its own mindset. And it always does. Without any dialogue, if you train in this manner, it brings to the table its own mindset. It's an offering, and you'll have it for life. And it's something that can't be taken away from you. And let's face it, with life so uncertain now and so fearful and so fake, you can build something really robust and truthful for you in how you decide to physically train. And that is why in Bushido it was so important, the rigorous martial arts training, because they knew it would give you most of what you needed. And once again, that has to be a very worthy goal.